Hello people, what is cracking like an inspirational way here, back with another video. This is my MMA video, and that's one in the series of my MMA series No Skill to Skill video. Sorry it's a bit late, I normally post these on Wednesdays, but you know, just a bit on the bit busy this week. Speak English, right? What the hell? So before we carry on, there's two things I want to say. Thank you to Steven Dreamer. I believe that's his name. Sorry, I don't want to butcher it, but let me just... Steven Deemer. You might have seen a nice little fantasy outro and a little sub button on my last video, and you'll probably see it on this video if you watch all of it. And I got to thank Steven Deemer for that. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. He's an awesome dude that I've spoke to on X Academy, and has started editing my videos for me because, you know, my technology is not the best, and I'm not the best at editing. As you can see in my videos, I do a little bit of editing. I still do a bit of it myself. But when it comes to the outro and the sub thing, and like I said, I haven't got technology wise to how to do it. So I big thank you to him, and a big much appreciated. Hopefully we continue to work together, and hopefully you'll get a lot more professional videos like that. And hopefully in the future we can incorporate a bit more zoom in, zoom outs, make it even more professional. But this, you know, we only just started working together. But for what he's done already, I want to say thank you to him. Massive big sub and appreciation. And second of all, if you can hit that sub button, which will be somewhere down here, you know, be much appreciated, as I'm trying to get to 500 subs by the end of this year. I'd really appreciate it if I could, you know, it'd mean the world to me if I could. And I have got a 500 video plan. Like I said, the world's hottest world's hottest chip, Dorito kind of chip, which I would do at 500. To say thank you for getting me to 500. So if you, like I said, hit that sub button, be much appreciated. So yeah, let's get on to the main reason why we're here. Videos. MMA video. So, how I've dealt with loss. And there's three key things I think you need to do when you deal with loss. So the first one is, don't let it consume you. Or don't dwell on it, however you want to say it. What I mean by that is you can let it consume you in a good way, which I'll speak about a bit later because it refers to another point, or you can let it consume you in a bad way. Now don't get me wrong, if you lose, it's gonna sting. You're gonna take it a bit deep. You know, I've done 2 kickboxing competitions very early on in my stage of kickboxing. I haven't done any jiu-jitsu ones yet, but very early on in my kickboxing career, I did do some, yeah. I did a points fighting one in a Epic Interclub, which is like the Epic clubs coming together and doing a little competition, and the Epic Open, which is a bigger competition which involves Epic martial arts clubs, but also kickboxing clubs that are known by Epic martial arts. First one was a points fighting, the second one was continuous, and I lost both. You know, I'm not gonna lie, they stung, especially the continuous one, because I thought I had a better chance of continuous. And yeah, you know, it is going to suck. You are going to feel disappointed on the day. You are going to be like, not going to lie, I pretty much messaged my kickboxing coach straight after I lost and said I'd done rubbish, I've lost confidence, I thought I'd do better than that, should I even be doing this? Might seem extreme, but that's sometimes how you get. You know, but you got to just look at it as everyone's going to lose. Even the best fighters in the world lose sometimes. It's just a part of life, unfortunately. But you just don't let it consume you. I know it's hard to say and listen to, considering, you know, on the day you won't feel like that. But yeah, on the day, yeah. But I mean, don't let it consume you longer than that. Don't let it be like 2 or 3 days. Because if you do, you'll stop training, you'll stop being dedicated, and then you'll just be in a worse place than you was before. And it might be like me. It's my first couple of competitions, so that's why you haven't got the skills yet. Or you might just come up with someone who's that little bit better. Whatever the reason is, just don't let it consume you for more than a day. On the day, yeah, you're going to feel gutted. I know I did. But after that, don't let it consume you for longer than that, because it will affect your training. Which leads on to my second point, which is learn from it. Learn why you lost those matches. So, like I said, I've done a points fighting one, and I lost by 3 points first round. Now, the reason I lost that one is because my opponent was much quicker, because points fighting and continuous very different styles of fighting. But points fighting, you've got to be very quick off the bat, because you basically stand side on and you're going to get the point before they get the point. There's obviously multiple ways of getting the point, but that's what I learned. I learned I was too slow, so I had to make sure I got in that gym, in my PTs, and said to my coach, right, I know I went wrong, And that's when he started taught me to be faster. That's why I started doing explosive drills. Which, there's two types of explosive drills, so there's loads, but the two I've mainly done is hill runs, which works on your explosive because you're running up and down a hill, and off my bag, where I just basically put myself against the bag and then launch off, quickly punch it, or do a kick. That's how I've kind of learned myself to get better, and that's where I went wrong. So I thought, right, points fighting. I'm a bit slow with it. I need to be much more faster, so that I've done explosive training. Continuous. I lost that in the first round again, which that one is more disappointing about. I basically was a human punch bag, so I wasn't blocking, I wasn't ducking, I wasn't weaving, any of that stuff. And basically for a minute and a half, I didn't get knocked down, so I suppose you could say that's a benefit. It shows my toughness, but still, for a minute and a half, I was kind of just getting punched around and boxed around, kicked in the head, pretty much. So what I did, I learned from right. My defense wasn't good. There was no defense. I said to my coach, well, I want to get better at my defense. That's what I've done. He's taught me how to duck and dive and swerve to the side and fake them out a little bit and set them up and go for angles and distance. All this kind of defense stuff as well as offense stuff. So, you know, I've learned more offense moves now. So I learned a spinning back kick, which I didn't know when I had my first competition. I've learned how to strike off on angles, to come in at a distance, to hit my opponent if I see them stumble, and then carry on attacking. If they're not stumbling or it don't affect them, you step back. I've learned how to do much amount of defense, like I said, ducking and diving, faking them out, so they think you're going for the head and then you go for stomach, or vice versa. You fake them out like you're going for stomach, and then you go for stomach, fake you're going for stomach, and then you go for the head, and blocking, and you know how to throw proper punches as well, because I never really know how to do a proper uppercut. I never really know how to do a proper hook, because obviously a proper hook isn't just like that. You got to use your hips and really swing into it to get the power. All this sort of stuff I learned from doing my first competitions is when I kind of stepped back and was like, right, so this is what I need to get better at. More offense, more different kind of angle offense, do angles and shit, and defense. So that's what I'm saying, learn where you went wrong, so then you can practice the mistakes and get better at the stuff you need to get better, so when next time you come to competition, you don't do rubbish. And last but not least, use it as fuel. Now this is what I said earlier, you can let it consume you in a bad way, which is just you let it consume you too much where you stop training all that shit, or you can let it consume you in a good way, where, like I said, you use it to motivate yourself, you use it to be better. So I've done that, I've done that way. So I've basically gone from the competition and thought, right, I'm not being a punch bag next time, I'm going to use this. I've done PTs pretty much now every week up until now, and I'll probably even do some through sumo lockdown, because when I step into whether it's continuous or points fight, most likely continuous, because I'm obviously training for a cage fight, and points fight is not really my style. I want to be better, and I want to be stepping in that mat and people thinking, shit me, where does this come from? He's different, he's completely changed, his fighting style is completely different. I don't want to be a human punch bag again. So I've dedicated quite a bit of time to getting better, and every time I'm training I think, right, I got battered last time, I ain't letting that happen again. And not just training, I've also made sure I've lost weight so I can be faster, because you know, the more weight you lose, the less fat you have, which means you can be more faster, which I have been doing that. And I've lost weight and I'm much more faster now. I've noticed in jiu-jitsu I'm much more faster on my runs. When I'm standing there striking the bag, I'm much more faster. It's all stuff that's contributed, and it's all down to me thinking, I lost last time, I ain't letting that happen, or you know, I'm going to be stepping in the cage. I don't want to lose first time. I've already felt what losing is. I've already felt what losing's like, and it's not a nice feeling. So that's the main things I could say, is learn where you went wrong, learn where you need to improve, use it to motivate you, and don't, you know, let it consume you in a bad way. So, I've been Inspiration Ray. This is the last video for this week. Next week you get another MMA video, and I'm not sure, hopefully it'll probably a tease on my Road to Greatness 2 song. Make sure you check out A Gaming this weekend, as I'll be streaming some more Watch Dogs Legion. Other than that, I've been Inspiration Ray. Again, thank you to Steven Dreamer. If you feel you can hit that sub button as well to get me to 500 subs, be much appreciated. I've been Inspiration Ray, and I will catch you later. Cheers, bye!